lots of exercises which we can do with kettlebell. So before doing any kind of kettlebell exercises, you have to know the basic thing, the basic which will help us to improve our kettlebell workout. So before doing any kind of kettlebell workout, you have to understand kettlebell swing and how this is performed. You have to understand that. Kettlebell workout, most people they tend to hurt their back because they don't know the actual posture, that how it is done. So before doing any kind of kettlebell swing, which is the basic or preliminary thing to do any kind of kettlebell workout, is kettlebell swing. So before doing any kind of kettlebell swing, you have to know how hip hinge is done, because without knowing proper posture, you will hurt your back. So for that reason, I will say that you have to understand how hip hinge is done. In my previous video, I have discussed about the hip hinge activity, but for today, I am going to give you a small demonstration of how hip hinge is done. First, you have to take a stance of hip width like this. From there, keeping your back straight without pushing your knee forward, you have to push your hip back and keep your spine in a neutral way. From there, you have to stand straight. You cannot arch your back like this. So you have to push your hip back and then you have to stand still. Again, you have to push your hip back and you have to stand still. Understand how hip hinge is done. Now we are going to do kettlebell swing. So for that reason, what we have to do, we have to take a particular stance for doing kettlebell swing. What we have to do, place a kettlebell in between your legs like this, hold it like this. Okay, from there you have to take, first you have to take one step, then second step. From there you have to take another step. This will be your third step. This will be your distance while doing kettlebell swing, or you have to pull your kettle from the ground. This will be the distance. From there, go in a deadlift posture, or you can say hip hinge posture. Taking this posture, what you have to do, you have to pull your kettlebell upward. You have to lean your kettlebell like this. Keep your back straight. From there, you have to pull your kettlebell. From there, you have to go in a hip hinge posture. Hip hinge posture, we also have to think how our hip thrust is going to be. It has to be vertical. You have to push your hip forward and it has to be straight, not like this. You cannot arch your back. So from there, every power must generate from your hip and from your leg. So you have to remember that while doing any kind of swing, you cannot push your hip forward. You have to vertically hip thrust and you have to stand still like this. Keep your kettlebell up, pull your kettlebell up, hip thrust vertically. Try to breathe out, breathe out, breathe out. Now, the main thing is that while doing hip thrust, you have to think that you are pushing it in a vertical way and you cannot push your hip forward. And what you have to do, you have to maintain your spine in a neutral way, because if you arch your lower back or if you get rounded your upper back, then you will be having injuries while doing any kind of kettlebell swing. So you have to maintain a neutral spine and hip hinge posture with hip thrust in a vertical position. So this is the way how you can do your kettlebell swing. If you find this thing is difficult for you and you cannot maintain a neutral spine while doing hip hinge or kettlebell swing, what you can do is take a small resistance TheraBand. Take a small resistance TheraBand, not some corner of anywhere you feel like. From there you have to come forward, you have to push your hip backward, and from there you have to thrust your hip like this. Again, push your hip and thrust. Okay, push your hip and thrust, push your hip and thrust, push your hip and thrust. In this way you can maintain a perfect posture while doing any kind of kettlebell swing. So previously what I have told you, you have to hinge your back, you have to hinge your back, you have to make a neutral spine, you have to thrust vertically, and after that you have to do it in a slow way to improve that posture. Helps you to perform your kettlebell swing in a much better way and in a perfect posture. Signing off. Till then, keep practicing and stay fit and stay healthy.